Why did my neighbor call the cops on my 7-year-old for selling lemonade? Last Saturday, my daughter Emma set up a tiny lemonade stand on our front lawn. Pink tablecloth, handwritten sign that said Emma's Lemonade 50 cents. She'd been planning it for weeks, counting out change in a shoebox, practicing her customer service voice in the mirror. She sold exactly 3 cups in 2 hours. Our mailman bought one, Mrs. Chen from next door got one, and I bought the third just to make her smile. And Emma was so proud, carefully putting each quarter into her shoebox like she was running a real business. And Karen from across the street came storming over. This woman had been a problem since we moved in 2 years ago. Always complaining about something, always finding reasons to start drama. This is a residential neighborhood, not a commercial zone. She snapped at my 7-year-old. You need permits for this kind of operation. Emma looked confused, her little face scrunching up. But it's just lemonade. Like on TV. Rules are rules, sweetie. The city doesn't care if you're 7 or 70. Pack it up before I have to involve the authorities. I came outside when I heard Karen's raised voice. She immediately started lecturing me about property values and neighborhood standards, waving her hands around dramatically. This sets a precedent, she said. Next thing you know, every kid on the block will think they can run businesses out of their front yards. Where does it end? I politely explained it was just a kid's lemonade stand, a childhood rite of passage. But Karen was already pulling out her phone with this smug look on her face. I'm calling the police. This illegal business operation ends right now. She actually called 911 on a 7-year-old selling lemonade for 50 cents. Emma started crying, asking if she was going to jail. Yep, I had to comfort my daughter while watching this grown woman report us like we were running some kind of criminal enterprise. Officer Martinez showed up 20 minutes later, looking completely embarrassed about the call. He walked over to Emma's stand first, crouched down to her level, bought a cup, and told her it was the best lemonade he'd ever tasted. Emma stopped crying and smiled for the first time since Karen's tantrum. Then he approached Karen, who was standing there with her arms crossed, looking vindicated. Now, I need to inform you that children's lemonade stands are specifically exempt from business regulations under City Code 847.3. It's protected activity under the Community Engagement Clause. Karen's confident expression started to crack. Well, she's still violating noise ordinances with all that yelling about lemonade. Officer Martinez looked around, confused. Emma had literally whispered lemonade to exactly 3 customers all day. Now, I've been here for 10 minutes and the only person I've heard yelling is you. That's when Officer Martinez looked at me and said, actually, I do see a violation here. My heart sank. Was he really going to side with Karen? Ma'am, he said, turning back to Karen, harassing minors engaged in legal activities is considered disturbing the peace under City Ordinance 234.7. I'm going to need to see your identification. Karen's mouth dropped open like she'd been slapped. That's when I remembered something. I pulled out my phone and showed Officer Martinez our neighborhood Facebook group. Karen had posted dozens of complaints over the past year. Noise violations about kids playing basketball at 3 p.m. Formal reports about Christmas decorations being up past January. Even a complaint about Mrs. Chen's wind chimes being aggressively loud. But here's the beautiful irony. Last month, Karen had posted about her own garage sale. Same front yard, no permits. She'd made $800 selling old furniture, clothes, and kitchen appliances over an entire weekend. Officer Martinez scrolled through the posts, his eyebrows getting higher with each complaint. So you operated an actual business from your residential property without permits, but you're filing police reports about a 50-cent lemonade stand. Karen started backpedaling hard. That's completely different. I was decluttering, not running a business for profit, without permits, while simultaneously filing harassment complaints about a child's lemonade stand that's completely legal. He handed her a citation for filing false reports and harassment, then told her about the city's new good neighbor policy. File 3 or more frivolous complaints in a year, and your own property gets flagged for inspection. Word spread fast. Emma sold 12 more cups that afternoon as neighbors came by to show support and hear the story. She made $6 total and wanted to spend it all on a thank you card for Officer Martinez. But the story gets better. Karen's garage sale permit application got flagged for review due to her harassment citation. Turns out she owes the city $400 in unpaid business operation fees from her weekend sale. The Homeowners Association also launched an investigation into her complaint history. She'd filed 47 complaints in 18 months, all against families with young children. Last week, Emma set up her lemonade stand again. This time, half the neighborhood showed up. Even Officer Martinez stopped by during his patrol. Karen hasn't been outside since, and